Hi Stampers, it's Christy with Stampin' Texas. Well, have you seen this exclusive new stamp set, the Sent with Love stamp set? It's very cute, and this is the stamp set that we highlighted during the Scrapbook Expo in Grapevine, Texas. So if you stopped by our booth during the expo, you should have picked up your card kit. We called it a take and make because we weren't actually assembling it at the expo. But I'm going to take you through the steps of putting it together. And even if you weren't there, that's all right. I'm going to give you the measurements and the supplies so you can make your card too. But I just wanted to share real quick that this particular stamp set is an exclusive one through a special offer. If you purchase the stamp set and the designer paper that comes with it, it is so cute, and it's two-sided, double-sided 12 by 12 paper. You also get this baker's twine, the Calypso Coral baker's twine, and when you purchase all three as a bundle, you get an extra 20% off. So the stamp set is $17.95, the paper's $10.95, and I think the twine is around $2.95. But altogether, your cost is $25.50. So that's a great deal. Be sure to check the description box, and I'll have that special code in there so you can get the bundle of products. All right, well, let's get started. So go ahead and get your little kit if you have one. If not, you can just kind of watch along, and I'll give you measurements so you can make one. You should have your card base, and it's cut to 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle. Easy enough. We'll set that aside. Now, I had used, on this particular card, I'm using chocolate chip. Your kit may have also had early espresso. The browns are very similar. Early espresso is just a little bit darker. But this particular brown piece is cut to 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. And then the pink is Melon Mambo, and I have embossed that with the new honeycomb embossing folder. And if you're not sure how to emboss, be sure to watch my video on using the Big Shot and embossing. This piece is cut to 4 inches by 2 1/2. Now, on a sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper, you should be able to get 8 of each pieces. So that gives you a lot of cards out of just a couple sheets of cardstock. This is the Early Espresso Baker's Twine, and it's cut to about 10 inches. That's what the twine looks like. So that we can double fold that and tuck it under. The other thing you're going to need is, I have stamped already, this little For You sentiment comes from the Itty Bitty Banners, and I just stamped that on some scratch cardstock and cut that out. It does have a framelit to go with it, but for this particular video, I figured, that's easy enough to cut out. And then this little image comes from that Sent with Love. I thought that is so perfect, sealed with a kiss. Is that not the cutest? So we've got that. Now I wanted to show you, I'm going to get my scratch paper in here again, because I do want to stamp that. You'll notice that this is what the stamp set actually looks like, the edge of it. So I'm going to stamp one in Early Espresso because I want to show you this little adorable, cute little punch that we're going to use to punch that out. So you just ink that up. This is the new 7/8 inch scallop punch. Is that not the cutest thing? And all you're going to do is go right to the middle of it and punch that out like that. Okay, and I've already got one. The other thing I do want to show you is, if you haven't seen my other video, I did do a little Valentine's card that looks like this with this little Hershey kiss. But let me show you the technique I used to do that. We're going to use the Flower Builder Punch and a strip of the glimmer paper, the silver glimmer paper. And I'm going to just slide this edge in, and you can already kind of see how I made that particular shape. So once you get there, you just punch that out. I just lined up the tip. There's our little Hershey kiss. And the cool thing is, save this little piece. There's a little candle for another card. All my ladies who love to save all their little scraps, that's a perfect little scrap piece to save. All right, let's go ahead and get to assembling. First, I'm going to put adhesive all over the back of this Melon Mambo. that. You can never have too much adhesive. Now this is actually a piece here. Let me set that down. I'm just going to kind of double it. And I'm going to stick one of the ends on the back, like that. And then I just kind of stick that, and then I take that second one. I'm going to do it about right there. So anywhere you want. Doesn't really matter. And if you need to add a little extra adhesive on top. And that just fits nicely on the brown. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to take this little Sealed with a Kiss, and I have got some dimensionals, and I like using these little edge pieces because I just need a little something kind of on the top and the bottom of the image, because my baker's twine will go right under there. So that will go there. Too cute. Now for the For You, I'm actually going to snip off, if you'll notice on the card how it tucks under nicely. I'm actually going to snip off this little, those little pieces. They always tend to show. So I'm going to cover this with some more snail, even a little on top, so that as this goes, oh, and you know what? I don't want to forget to put snail on the back of this guy. Just a little to do. There we go. And that can go, I'm going to tuck him under just a smidge. Now we'll get our card base back into view. Snail all over again. And it's as simple as that. I just think this is such a cute card. And it's not just for Valentine's. It could be a love card for any time you need one. So thanks so much for watching. And if you came by the booth at the expo, thanks so much for coming by. I'm glad you stopped, and I hope you enjoy your project. Have a great day and happy stamping!